Right, I am going to be here on the ground with you, your boy Dwayne Murphy Jr., aka the #1 newsman in Chicago, Danny Line, baby. All right, we are down here, and we were supposed to go to a protest at Grant Park. For those of you who know, we made an announcement about that, but we've come down here to the Cook County health facility right here. Basically, this is the medical district because there is we found a much better demonstration happening out here for the teachers union, medical union, that type of thing, those type of organizations. So we switched gears, came on down to this area to see these people, and we're already there is just a huge amount of people that are out. I mean, you could look around and you can see all these cars that are parked along the street. These people riding their bikes are going to the protest. The cars that curl all the way around here, so they have the same amount of energy that they've always had throughout these weeks, man. As you can see, this movement is not stopping. It's not slowing down. People are still out here fighting for real rights. You know what I mean? Real change, real reform in the areas that they work in. You know what I mean? And it's spilled over. So we are glad, as always, to be here on the ground with you, baby. You know what I'm saying? We giving you that news, bringing you that juice straight from the source, fresh squeezed. All right, that's what Danny Lime does for his lime wedges. All right, if you find yourself being a lime wedge, please take the wedge pledge. All right, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody know who we are. Please share this though. But if you want to, you watching this, share this, start a watch party, send it to all these people, man. We want people to see these protests being as peaceful as they are. We want them to see and hear the voices of the people on the streets trying to, continue this fight and see what they're talking about. You know what I mean? We don't want you going to the news or a big source and have them show you all the violence and just tell you that it's nothing but rioting and chaos. No, these are people who are out here peacefully demonstrating, trying to, let their voices be heard and ask for real change in a system that has worked against them for so long. So that's what we're here bringing you here at the People Comedy Network, man. So subscribe to us, follow us, share us, put Danny Lime all over your living rooms today. All right, let everybody know what's going on with Lime Time. All right, so as you can see here, we got signs, Nurses for Black Lives right here. They are probably some medical people that are on standby just in case, you have issues and stuff like that. But they're also, from the medical district. I saw a sign that said fund healthcare, not police. That's another thing too, man. A lot of healthcare doesn't get the proper amount of funding and things like that they should get because of all the money that goes into militarizing the police department. Okay, it's a real
So don't tell me that it can't help us. It will. How we need more help, more funding, and we need each one of y'all come out. See, there was a stigma when they said Black Lives Matter, and they was just thinking about black people. No, everybody's lives matter. We're fighting for everybody, so I want y'all to remember, each one of us matter. So don't let nobody tell you or flip the script on you what you came out here for. See, then you got people that do that. So y'all keep on doing what you're doing. Do it peacefully. Do it like Dr. Martin Luther King did. He went through trauma, trial and tribulation to get a point across. Let's keep doing what we do peacefully. My name is Miss Diane. I don't always stop. Southside Gal Organized Power.
Thank you, Diane. Thank you, Scott. He makes a very important point. Rahm Emanuel in 2011 shut down half of the mental health clinics in this city. And that's not right. And he saved $22 million, he said. That's nothing. The police budget in this city is $1.8 billion with a B dollars. If you cut just 1% of that budget, using that same math, you can open 46 mental health clinics in this city. That's just 1% of the CPD budget. Think about how much money is being wasted on services that hurt people as opposed to things that help people. That's what we're here for today. So our next speaker is Brandon Johnson. He is a Cook County Commissioner of District 1. He is also a CTU teacher, and he's here to share with us his thoughts. Thank you. Welcome, Brandon.
Thank you. What's going on, working class? It's the movement alive, people.
Amen.
Are we going to continue to march, people? We're going to march from the west side of Chicago to the south side of Chicago, from every corner of Cook County to demand justice. Isn't it about time that we get police officers out of our schools? Isn't it about time that we redirect money from the sheriff's budget into the hands of people who need housing and health care and transportation? Isn't it about time that we do that? I'm here as a product of the movement. The labor movement has elected me. It's going to be the labor movement and grassroots organizations to transform this country. Do not count on any single promise that a politician makes. You have to make us do it. And I'm standing in solidarity with you all today, demanding for every single community throughout Chicago and Cook County that we have to have nurses and social workers and counselors. We have to have access to transportation. When 50% of people in Cook County cannot afford to live in Cook County, but yet we spend half of our budget on policing, that's a corrupt system, and it must come down. And if politicians aren't prepared to stand up and lead, maybe it's about time those of us in the labor movement and the grassroots organization, maybe we need to start running for office and making sure that every single level of government is represented by the interests of people. Make no mistake about it, that the challenges that we're having right now are directed at black people. They're directed at brown people. They're directed at poor people. It's directed against women. The anti-black agenda that has gone on in Chicago and Cook County for far too long, it has to end with us. Keep marching, keep protesting, keep raising your voices. Fight for a budget that speaks to our lives. Fight for a budget that speaks to our values. It's not enough to march today. We have to demand that the money is placed in the hands of the people who deserve it. Thank you all. God bless you.
Thank you, Brandon. Thank you. So we got one more speaker, and then we're going to march, okay? So are people feeling energized? People feeling angry and ready to fight? I just want to say one thing before I call up our final speaker. This building behind us, when I got here, some people were asking me, what is this place? What is this building behind us? This here is the old Cook County Hospital. It was built in the 1870s, and they kept using this place until the early 2000s. And just think about the message that it sends to the people who use a public health system, what their investment dollars were being spent on. And it's a shame that you had a 100-year-old building. I used to work there, and the conditions in that building were abhorrent. It was a shame that in the third largest city, in the richest country of humanity, that you have a 100-year-old building to help people. Thankfully, they built a new building behind their Stroger, and there's amazing work and amazing people, but they can do better. They can do better. They need to do better, okay? Our final speaker is going to be Ariel from Black Lives Matter Chicago. Please give her a warm welcome.
Good morning! It's good to see all y'all out here demanding we defund the police and put this money into the people. Lightfoot and Pritzker seem to be awfully confused when we say defund the police, like we don't mean exactly what it says, defund the police. We don't mean we kind of want them to be a little safer. We mean take that money away and give it to the people. We have a friend named Aaron who died last year of an asthma attack on the south side because they couldn't get ambulances to save her. But you know what they do have? Police. That ain't right. On every single block. Every block. How is it possible that someone can die in the 2010s of an asthma attack because they can't get care? But you can turn around police departments of all time in this country. And yet, they get $1.8 billion a year. $1.8 billion a year. They get $1.8 billion a year to kill us while our health workers are getting nothing to save us. That ain't right. I need y'all to be angrier. I need y'all to be louder because they can hear us, but they're not moving. They think that what's going to happen is that we're going to calm down and that they can give us any little old thing. We don't want any little old thing. We want defund of the police. We want that money in our hospitals. We want that money in our schools. We want that money for our children. We want that money for jobs. We want that money so these streets can stop being raggedy. We want that money for us. We don't need to be giving them more money to kill us. We don't need to be giving them more money to abuse us. We shouldn't be paying people to kill us. Because that's exactly what we're doing. Can you imagine if we lived in a world where everybody had everything that they needed and that they were not brutalized for being poor? Can you imagine if we lived in a world where everyone had what they needed? Where if I lived in a world where I didn't have to go to bed terrified that the next morning I was going to wake up and find out that my brother is gone. Do you know how messed up that is? That how black people have to live every day? That we have to live in fear of the people that they are paying supposedly to protect us? Those bums over there hiding behind cars? That's not right. That's not what I need. Y'all are so calm for me. I need y'all to be angry. I need as soon as this march to move, I need that anger to be out. I need that anger to be out. I need everybody within blocks to feel it. I need them to know. We need them to know that we cannot win until we get this. And we're not going to stop until we get this. When I say black lives, you say matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. And this time when I say it, I want to hear it louder. I want y'all to actually make me feel like you believe that my life matters. When I say black lives, you say matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Fuck it up.
Thank you all for Black Lives Matter Chicago. Okay, you guys ready to march? All right, we're going to march. So we're going to line up behind these two banners here. We're going to get the Teamsters banner up front to head this direction. Those two banners, turn around, start walking that way.
Oh yeah, so we are about to march, guys. That was you just heard directly from a member of Black Lives Matter Chicago. She's got everybody, feeling exactly the type of emotion they need to feel, man. This is a department of our society that controls literally our medicine, our health, things that we need to survive. So, you know what I mean? You should be a little upset that they don't have the proper resources to take care of people. Right now they're moving the banners and they're moving all of the things up to the front here so that they can begin marching. We are across the way from the medical building, so the march will start here. We're going to come around here where all the media and everything is, just so that way they're not in the way of what's going on. They got hold on, James. Hold on, you got to come this way. Hold on. So we're going to come. We can watch it from the side that way, and then we'll walk with them. Yeah, because they seem like they're going to be very, because the police have congregated here. So what you just saw right here, yeah, we can go this way. Yeah, you see the police have congregated over here, and they want to keep all of our marchers here on the side, in the same place, the banner. So that's why they're going to be watching us as we come out the side. Same thing like we do with all of our media situations. But like I said, Danny Lime is here to bring you the story, baby. All right, so like I said, behind me is the medical building. This is where our march is beginning in the Cook County Medical District. We're going to march, I believe, when we come out of here, we're going to go this way when we march, right?
I'm not sure.
Not sure. Okay. Well, we'll see what the direction, because that's where they're pointed.
Let's get a little closer.
Direction. Yeah, we can get a little closer now.
We're medium, baby.
Huh?
We're the real deal.
I know. So we do, as you can see, they have marshals at a lot of these marches here. They keep everybody. Oh, you all right there, James? You good? You good? You good? All right. To keep everybody sort of in the same, like in the group and everything like that. So, they just want to. James, You hurt your ankle, bro. Did you hurt your ankle? My cameraman, everybody give it up for James Webb. He's working hard for you, all right? Trying to get falling, tripping over. The man hurt his ankle. He's acting like nothing happened and stuff, okay? But Danny Lime is right here giving you a shot of what's going on behind me. We're going to have the banners right here, and they're going to march forward toward the medical center, and then I believe we'll be marching up the street. Got people very serious about what's going on. A lot of medical workers, a lot of people like that who are getting ready to line up and march and stuff. And everybody here is really looking for resources to go back into the medical field. So if anybody watching anything like that, we want to thank you for watching the People of Comedy here. Normally we bring you a lot of comedy content, things like that, but we've taken to the streets to bring you news coverage right here at each protest, right here in front of your face. We have a few media outlets too, WGN right there. Ooh, look at that. We got some cameras and stuff here. So they are out here filming and that type of thing. All right, so they want to have people march. Let's go over here with my cameraman right there. And they're beginning to march and pull people behind the banners and that type of thing. So that's basically what we are waiting for. Hopefully they can keep everybody in the same lines and that type of stuff. That way we don't get like too spread out. They don't want people, going all over the place. And one thing they don't want people to do is confronting these cops. You know what I mean? That's not something that these people are out here looking to do. They're really just looking out here to march and talk to these people like that. So we're here in the front here. I think it's pointing in this direction. So maybe we're coming down the street then. At some point, we'll go out of the way right here. And then we'll see here, Danny Lime. Oh, shoot. There's trash here.
Did you hurt yourself earlier?
There's trash. Yeah, I was worried about his ankle too. See, people are worried about you, James. All right.
Uneven hill.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna hurt myself, it better be.
Yeah, this is the best place for it to happen. It's all these doctors and everything, and we're concerned, all right? I picked up some trash. I need to make sure that it goes in the trash when I throw it away. Danny Lime likes to take care of the earth, all right? So he's got this. Everybody recycle. Make sure you do that, okay? So as you can see, our marchers are making their way here, led by the Teamsters and the 2 Black Lives Matter banners for healthcare. It seems like we'll have them chanting and everything like that, and it will begin. It will begin. If you're watching here, please let us know how our sound is going right now. I believe we're having a good feed. We've got a good idea, but we were having issues last week. So if you're not hearing sound, if there's anything that you want us to sort of get shots of, anything you want to see us do, let us know, man. Please be in the chat. Tell us what you want to see. Ask us any questions about what's going on. We will answer them right away. You know what I mean? Danny Lime is right here. He listens to you. He sees you. He knows that you want to know what's going on. So I will talk to you if you go ahead and chime in and ask me anything about what's going on. Also, if you have like stuff that you want us to go, man, please. The whole point of People of Comedy is that this news is for the people. You know what I mean? We want you to feel like you're here and getting the full experience, just like we are on the ground. So, still trying to round everybody up. As you can see here, people are sort of forming the actual line so they can get ready to go and march for the healthcare workers and everything. They want to make sure that they don't have people who are in the way, first of all, of the march. Make sure they don't have people who are going to try to interact with the police in a negative way or anything like that. So they're doing that. So they're going this way. I believe they're going this way. Okay, they're coming into the street. So we'll stay in front of him. It's like they're going this way. I like got 2 cameras, but man, it's geared up, baby. I like that. Gear it up. Yes, that's good. We also want to give a big shout out to everybody who has been a part of this process, everybody who has contributed to these protest coverage efforts right here, guys. We can't do this without the help of our community. We cannot do this without your equipment, all of the things that you've given us as far as like that, so we can bring you this coverage, guys. As you can see, we are in front of the line. Our marchers are making their way to the street. So we are standing in front of them and they're turning here. So we're gonna cross here. And sort of let's give you a shot of what it looks like as everybody is coming out of the park. Is what we are now. We are officially on Harrison Street and Wood, and we are marching along with our protests and stuff. We're gonna move over to the sign, and as you can see, it's like, and this is, say that again?
We got a protest dog.
Oh, we got another protest dog. Some of our favorite protesters are our animals, and that type of thing. So watch out right here, James. You good? around. Hey, how y'all doing? That lady looks concerned. She looked like she wanted no part of this at all. Who was that? Remember when we, for those of you who've been watching one of our protests, we got in an interaction. That's the same girl that got in front of the police truck, James. I remember people. Danny Lime remembers all the familiar faces. So I'm gonna let you guys listen to what people are chanting, please. I'm gonna try to let everybody hear it.
Check the stream.
I don't know if you're losing.
Should be a brand new stream. Yeah. Go to my page. Sound is good.
We'll stay here. Okay. As you can see, yeah, I got you. All right. As you can see, we are starting to make our way down. We've turned off of Harrison and on to Ogden Avenue now, and we are trying to march down with the people. You know what I'm saying? I'm staying in the people, James. All right. Give me a second. Yes. Like to be among, see what's going on. Now, we had a few issues, had some hiccups with our feed, so I know that you guys may have lost it, what's going on. But Danny Lime is back in here telling you what's going on in the streets, unfiltered and everything like that. We have to slow down here. We have to slow down here to make sure that we can keep everybody together, all right? So it's all a thing that's going on. That's good. All right. So I wanted to be, so it's trying to be, what's going on here? Everybody, they're walking much slower now, so we're trying to keep everybody, they're trying to keep everybody bunched in, so that way, you know, we can finally get on air. They have music here, got cameras and stuff, all kinds of things happening outside so people can watch that type of thing. So now we are made our way to the very, very front so that we can start marching forward. They've marched slow. They have, you want me to stop here? They've marched slow and they stopped here. Now we're going to occupy this space. I think they want to get everybody on the same page and everything. So in the streets. Here we go. And now we're coming up together much slower now. And we're making our way up closer to the what's going on here. We're marching slowly to Damon Avenue right now. So we're going to be on Ogden, making our way to Damon. And then once we get to Damon, I think they're going to go ahead and just occupy that space for a little bit. Always better when you got a drum, James. Always. I think that's a must. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. You know what I mean? I might have to bring a drum with me next time, just in case they don't have one. You know what I'm saying? That's what we needed. That's what you needed. You see that? You feel it? It was a little scattered at first. It was. You know what I mean? They were trying to get on one accord and everything. I think now they let the drum come in there, really get in down into the people's souls and everything. And now we're going to start moving up and getting everybody closer and closer to what's going on in the streets and everything. So everything here has been pretty calm, pretty easy, pretty collected. You know what I'm saying? People have just been marching and walking and stuff. You know what I mean? Definitely showing their emotion, showing their righteous anger. That's Rodescu right there. Rodescu has jumped on the team. We want to give him a shout out, jumping on the team as our official photographer and everything. So there really hasn't been any, like I said, really hasn't been too much aggression going on here. It seems as though they have stopped here in order. Oh, it looks like we moved into a quick view drop. Huh? All right, cool. Looks like we have moved into an occupied space here. Now we can get back in to what's going on here. Stay here. I don't know.
With the banners, if we can back up so that we're not losing people like stragglers and just stay tight.
Okay. So now we have started. We've stayed here at the intersection here. All right. Now, if you remember, people are making our way back to that intersection we were just at. Okay. So we are. Looks like we was just a bit of a protesters maybe getting in the way of what was going on here. You know, they decided to occupy the space. We stopped here. So we did stop for a minute here, as you can see, just to let everybody know what's going on. We stopped here at Harrison and Ogden. We stopped to sort of occupy that space for a little bit, you know what I mean, chant, talk directly to the police officers. Now we are encouraging everyone to move up closer and everything like that. So now we have begun to march again up to the front of what's going on here and let people, see what was happening and stuff like that. So I am going to take this opportunity now to take me a little sip of some water, because you got to stay hydrated when you come out here onto these streets, man. You know what I mean? The lime has to stay juiced. So I'm gonna sign out for a minute. Give me a drink. We'll be back in a second once I get hydrated, guys. So check out what's going on.
Sound check.
Yeah, I got my wireless, so we've been good on sound.
Oh, cool.
Police have stopped all of the cars and looked at them out, so they want the front and the back to get the cars through.
The cops?
No. The leaders of the march.
What do you mean?
I'm back, guys. Cool. Dandelion got hydrated and everything like that. James, do you need water? Are you good?
I need to piss.
Okay, good. We also need to find a bathroom. Anybody watching here, if you know where I can find a bathroom, all right? Because I don't think I can do it out here on the street. But we'll figure that out. Right now, we are at basically the tip, the most busiest part of the Cook County Health Center situation. They're trying to keep our protesters together here. They're actually, oh my gosh, there seems like they never... Dude, they're going back, James. We're going back. Hold on. They're going back again. We're going back for some reason. Not sure what is going on here, but we are going back to literally the exact same intersection we were just at. Like, it seems like there's like something that's happening where we are trying to congregate in this area, and I don't understand what the situation is. Oh my gosh, something happened, James. We gotta go. Danny Lime is bringing that news right to you, baby. Danny Lime is in here. All right, this is serious, so.
I kind of want to see what's up with this house right here.
Yeah, this one.
March!
March this way.
We're going to North Lawndale. They ain't gonna pull that much snow.
March! Let's go!
Cool. So as you can see here, we had a interaction with our protesters here. The police were trying to stop somebody from getting into what was going on with the protests and stuff, so everybody decided to stay in their place. And now we are moving back again towards where we were originally headed, right here. Okay, yeah, there's a conversation going on. Just stay there. No, you stay there.
This way! That direction!
I think the issue was they weren't letting them through in this vehicle right here. So now that we're going to continue down Ogden, they're letting them through.
Damn! Thanks for this! Awesome! I learned how to drive when I was real young!
So apparently the cops fucked up a car, stopping part of the caravan from getting through. Okay, we're blocking the cops here so that the caravan can get through. So, okay, and they're gonna block the car again.
They're blocking us now?
No. We can go. They're trying to block this car from getting through. So there's a lot of really bad coordination with the cops right now. There was an argument earlier with the folks in the car supposed to be leading the caravan, which hit the front bumper and completely jacked it up. And these cops right here were not informed that they're now allowed to come through the caravan. So these cops smirking about the situation. They kind of don't really care. Okay. Sounds good? Okay. All right.
So the Chicago police hit our car. We were at a complete stop. We had a megaphone and advised them to stop coming toward us. We were at a complete stop and the car literally hit us. And now the police are charging behind our marshals. Police came to physically push this marshal to move him forward. And now we're being completely circled by the police. This is what we pay for in Chicago.
Hey, James Webb, People of Comedy. Do you have anything to say about what just happened?
My name is Jessica Fuyan. I am the leader in the cars that wanted to come and protect the backside of the march. Police ran into our car while we were at a full stop. We have both their license plate number and photos of the people who hit us. And now the police are charging against the back of our march at what we feel is a somewhat uncomfortable distance. If police are here to protect our safety, we wonder why they're hitting people who are peacefully protesting to erase racism in the healthcare system. It's unimaginable to me.
What caused all this? Was there an agreement earlier between you and the cops on how to run this march, or?
Cops had blocked our car in. This is our first car in a line of many. The police blocked our car in where we were parked for no reason and refused to move their vehicles until they said that they could get their vehicles in front of everyone, which is outrageous because, as you can see, they're charging the back of our marshals. We are an extremely organized march. There are more cops than people here at this point. We have almost 30 marshals, and I can't understand why this is necessary.
Thank you very much. Do you have anything to plug to our viewers or anything? Any links they can go to? Okay. Thank you.
Cool. And we have this going live. Everything, people are watching this, just so you know. People see this, what's happening. So you guys heard straight from the lady exactly what interacted with you. We stayed right here, showed you exactly how they're still giving people a hard time, even after making agreements with them, working out how these protests are supposed to go. And we're still seeing the police take liberties with their responsibilities. So that's what we're out here for, and that's why we're going to stay out here and do that thing. Oh man, I have to be honest, James. I'm glad you stepped in there.
I got you, bro.
There were so many police, bro. Like, you have no idea what was going through my mind.
I got you.
Especially when that car swooped in front of me, and then I'm just standing, and I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I'm not going anywhere, obviously, you know what I mean? But like, it's that quick for a decision like that can be made, dude. So that's why we work here as a team. That's why we bring this to you guys here. Right here in person, man. Thank you guys, everybody, for watching. If you're watching that, please share that and keep that going. Donate to the People of Comedy. Start a Patreon. You know what I mean? We are out here every single day trying to bring this stuff to you, man. All the money we make goes right to these efforts to show you just what you saw right behind us, right here, with one of the organizers, one of the people who had already been dealing with the police officers, one of the people they knew. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. A very nice white lady, you know what I'm saying? Like, if she can't get justice, come on, bro. You know what I mean? Like, this is serious. So
that wasn't a Karen, that was a Samantha.
No, it was a Samantha. You know what I mean? She understands. You know what I'm saying? She with it. She know what it's all about. So anyway, so yeah, thank you guys for checking this out, man. All right, we're marching again, man. And I think they're allowing the caravan to go through. Do you want to stay in this area to keep an eye on them? I think.
Let's get to the front, actually.
Okay. All right. Cool. We're going to wait to the front, brother. We'll go to the sides here. Pardon me, excuse me. As you can see here, we've made our way to the side of the protest now. We're going to try to get closer and closer to the front, get back close to the banners and everything like that. And you can see people are still marching very peacefully. You know what I mean? This is an organized protest. This is not a chaotic situation. This is not in any way, shape, or form an aggressive or, violent type of protest, all right? This is just simply a march down the road and everything. And you just saw the interaction right there with the police officers, with everybody going on. And we want to stay filming. We want to stay live, so we can keep these people accountable. You know what I mean? Like, people need to have us out here so they can see that and let everybody watch, let them know what's going on. So this is yes, so at this point we're on Ogden, still kind of making our way a bit north, I believe. We're at Ogden and we're at Polk Street, okay? Our marchers are still coming up in a very slow manner. Obviously, police officers are stationed at different points of the intersections here, not really doing anything up here. It's a very calm situation up here and everything. None of these police officers have done anything to impede the marchers. They haven't done anything to get in the way of people or stop us from coming up the street or anything like that. We just saw a weird interaction in the back there that was a bit, uncomfortable and everything like that. But it's something we had to see. We had to stay right there in front of and let people know what's going on with this demonstration and everything. So our marchers are coming back together. We're moving our way up. Right here, we are in the middle. Like I said, this is West Ogden and West Polk. We are the People of Comedy Network. Right. Yes, sir. We're gonna hear everything. Streaming live, baby. We're streaming live. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, okay? Hundreds of people are watching this right now, keeping an eye on everything that's going on here with what's going on in People of Comedy. So we're glad that we're out here doing a thing, man. And they're saying what's up to Danny Lime, you know what I mean? Danny Lime is meeting the people, you know what I'm saying? It is nice. Danny Lime is on the front lines, you know what I'm saying? So, here, come on over here. We're gonna get you some water, James. We'll do a second, hold on. Give me a second. I'm gonna sign out for a hot second. We're gonna water up, fuel up a little bit. It's a warm day, and then we'll be right back, okay? I'm good.
Where's he at? In the back? Follow Dwayne out. Here, I'm going with you. I'm going with you.
All right, Danny Lime, we're just gonna make sure we regroup with our team here or whatever. Trying to find. You good, Q? Yeah. You need water or anything, bro?
Oh, yeah.
I got you. I got you. Cool. Tell us what you see, man. Go ahead and talk to the people. What's going on
Man,
here?
you know, so far I've seen the cops try to derail these drivers from trying to protest with everyone. You know, it was a little bit of confusion in the beginning, but so far, man, I mean, it's been pretty powerful. It's been crazy how the cops have tried to, look at this lady, ride majestically.
I love her, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
She's riding that thing like a Trojan horse, bro. She is like, yeah. She is like, this is my steed. Like, I love this lady, dude. Oh my gosh, man. I don't know, man. I might be falling for this lady. Danny Lyon might have found his warrior. I don't know what. She is sitting here with the flag and everything, bro. She is just riding this thing. Oh, I love this, dude. This is dope as hell. This is cool. Woo, man. Ooh. This is crazy. Yes. Hell yeah. Still, we got still that. So in the back here, this is our caravan, all right? This caravan is all supposed to be a park.
She comes in with a force. That girl Oreo, this is the second time I've seen her now, and that lady has a force that is not to be messed with.
No, she got some juice, for
No,
real,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. Don't cross this lady's path, dude.
She got the juice for real, bro. It is not a game. All right, so like I was saying, we're showing you the caravan that's taking place behind the march now, okay? At this place, this is where the cars that have been agreed to drive along with our protesters get to honk and everything like that.
Screaming at the cops for the megaphone.
I know.
Yo, this is the part of the protest I'm trying to be a part of, baby. This is some gangster ass shit, okay? I like this. That is gangster right there. She just, you just standing, you know what I mean? Because I'll be honest, Danny Lyon be getting too scared to go to the police, all right? I've been roughed up a few times, all right? So I ain't trying to get close to there, but she over there with the megaphone. Just like, hey, excuse me, can you drive faster? It's crazy. It's crazy to see this type of aggression, man. And you can see the police are trying to, you know, subtly antagonize what's going on back here. You know what I mean? And it's just shows the division, man. It shows dope. She is in the freaking door, bro. I like that. We need to make sure we keep that on camera, though. Make sure people film that. Yeah. We want to make sure we keep this filmed and everything. Make sure you can see what's going on here. All right. Make sure you guys can keep this on film. All right. Make sure you see what's going on. Look at what these police are doing and everything. Yeah. Go for it.
I know they don't know how to drive. They don't know how to drive cars. They don't know. I've been trying to tell her where the gas is. She's not listening. She keeps turning her music up. I think she thinks she knows how to drive, but she don't actually know how to drive. She don't actually know how to drive. I'll give you my number and I can show you how to drive. Yeah, I'll show you how to drive. You see this? You see this? Girl, all the way up here. That's why she hit her earlier. That's why she hit the car earlier. They don't know how to drive. You don't have to have a license to become a police officer, y'all. We just found out today. You don't have to have a license. You don't know how to drive. Look at this. Y'all see this? This is so sad. This is so sad. 101, how not to drive in Chicago. This right here. And this too. Y'all see this shit? Y'all see this? You see how far behind you is? Not even in a real police car. Not even in a real police car. And driving like this. Looking foolish. Looking foolish. I'm driving how to drive, right? I'm driving how to drive. They know how to drive. They don't know how to drive.
All right. So you guys are seeing now how they're trying to create this little space between the protesters and the caravan. Yeah, that's all. That's all. And we're trying to keep just trying to keep some of this stuff filmed for everybody watching, guys. Making sure you guys at home are watching what's happening. Okay, keep your eyes on what's going on here. All right, because we definitely have more interaction between our protesters and police than we've had before. So we here at the People of Comedy, Danny Lyon is doing his best to, you know, obviously stay safe. Thank you guys for here reaching out, asking me to be safe, asking our team to stay safe out here. We are here working hard, trying to show you guys what's going on. But we are out here, like I said, still in the medical district, still coming up Ogden right now. we've sort of taken up a position behind the protest and the caravan so you guys can keep and let you guys see what's going on with the police. We were just at the front, you know what I mean? You saw how at the front, it looks a little quiet and peaceful and it's, you know, not much is going on. Back here is where you're seeing, you know, sort of really seeing that injustice happen. So we want to stay closer to that because we just want to make sure, you know, the police themselves don't get any of the wrong ideas, all right? I'm going to mask down a little bit. Woo! Woo! Because it is a warm one, baby. Yeah, man. Beautiful thing is we do have some space. We made some social distance, so I'm able to see what's going on here. The police are still coming along, you know what I mean? This car in particular has been trying to drive slow, you know what I mean? Trying to drive around. Yes, this girl is amazing, by the way. She's my favorite. She's my favorite. The lady with the flag. Oh my gosh, this is what I'm talking about, baby. You better fight for your rights out here, people. I like that, baby. Man, James, we coming with a giant flag next time, all right? Hell yeah. That's it. Giant flags, baby, all right? You want to wave yours? I'm waving mine, all right? Exactly. Oh, whew. Okay, I'm going to mask back up here. We are getting closer to a congregation of people, so, you know, just to be COVID safe. Yeah, what you guys are watching here, like I said, you were watching the People of Comedy Network, okay? You're watching us here marching with the medical community, with the teachers union down here in the Cook County Health District, all right? You can see here you have workers who are looking to defund the police and sort of put those resources back into a lot of other things, the health community being one of them, being one of those things that's neglected, you know what I mean, by our budget and things like that. So we can put more money into militarizing a police force that uses that money and uses those resources to do stuff like this, you know what I mean? This is what they're doing with all that extra stuff, all that extra money they're making. This is what they do. They get an extra little SUV and then they can just be out here in the road blocking away, you know what I mean? That's it. That's literally, they bought a $50,000 car so they can just be in the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, man, we ain't trying to see that no more, dog. That's ridiculous. So that's why we come out here, and that's why we're gonna stay out here, and that's why we're gonna keep it on camera too, so that y'all can see exactly what's going on, and we'll describe it to you. You know what I mean? Because this is real stuff. This is honestly, this is the truth of what's going on in our community, and we're here to bring it to you. You know what I mean? Danny Lime is always telling you the truth, baby. Young Citrus is out here squeezing that juice, baby. You know what I'm saying? One lime at a time. Woo! Lime time, baby. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Rodescu, come on, man. You know it's lime time. You know, he knows how it is. You know what I mean?
Juice out lime at a time.
Hey, you see me, right? Hey, it's good. Hey, please, all my lime wedges, take the wedge pledge, all right? You know what I'm saying? Pledge your time to watching Danny Lime, all right? That's what I'm asking you, okay? Because he's out here. He knows he's out here, baby. He is out here. Oh, man. So,
All right, let's make our way to the front.
we're going to go to the front. All right, we'll go to the front. You want to go on around the side here? Let's do it. Again, if you are here and you are watching this, please share it. Please put this in, you know, I'll start a watch party. Do whatever you can, man. We do want to make sure. Huh?
Donate.
Say it again.
Donate.
Oh, yeah, that's right. James is saying donate on the back here. Yes, we do have a Patreon, ladies and gentlemen. People of Comedy Dudes take donations. We take anything, you know what I mean, to help us continue our efforts and bring you this coverage here on the streets, you know what I mean? Like I said, we all work very hard just trying to show you the truth of what's happening, man. That's why we come out here. The stuff you just saw with the police, you know, interacting with the lady in their cars. The stuff you see up here, where we've sort of brought our way a little bit further up to the streets, man, in there, talking to people, meeting, man. We do all that stuff right here, and we have to thank you guys for being the ones that brings that to us. So please, we'll give you information at the end of this stream where you can donate us and everything like that. Please do that. Help us out, you know what I mean? None of that money goes to our pockets. It goes right to these efforts right here and bring you this truth. So Danny Lime is here to bring it to you. That's all I want. That's where my heart is. And again, we thank everybody who has donated or done whatever they could to bring us back out here in these streets and keep showing this news coverage to all of you guys. So it's good. So now where are we coming up to now? Roosevelt? Oh, we're actually coming up to Roosevelt. It looks like West Roosevelt Boulevard. Very busy intersection. You already see they have some of our marshals and people stationed in their positions so that people can make their way and we can have as little, impediment by the law enforcement as we need and all that. So it's really good. I'm gonna mask down again. Ooh. These warmer days, it is good to mask down, guys. All right, this mask it gets sweaty for everybody who is spending their time out here during the day. We do take our precautions that we can to try to stay COVID safe. That's very important here. We take the mask up when we get away from people, try to mask down a little bit, because you do got to get that fresh air in there, you know what I mean? It does open up your lungs a little bit, gives you a better chance to breathe and everything, keeps dandelion from, getting labored breath. That's good. And I'm breathing in less CO2, so let's stop here. We're gonna come this way because they are now taking up the entire street, as you can see here. Now we've gotten both sides now. We've gotten both intersections. And you see our marchers are coming down pretty serious, peacefully. You know what I mean? Very important. I'm gonna get a picture of this.
It appears we're going to be occupying Ogden and Roosevelt for a couple of minutes here.
Our streets!
Our streets! It appears to have calmed down a little bit. Hopefully it'll pick back up as we occupy the space here at Roosevelt and Oakley and Ogden. If you are watching live, we do have donation links up. We do this out of our own pockets, so if you want to help us fund this effort, please go to patreon.com/peopleofcomedy or Venmo us directly at standupstandup. Again, we do fund this out of our own pockets, and we do need money to keep going, so patreon.com/peopleofcomedy or Venmo at standupstandup. Going back to Dwayne right now. Here we go.
Invest in community, defund police. Invest in community, defund police. Invest in community, defund police. Invest in community, defund police.
That pole right there. Let me get over here. We can come over here a little bit. Oh yeah. I was gonna say me come over here. You come over here. All right, cool. So we got on the side here. Oh man. Try to get some more shots, just some more personal shots, so we can keep we'll keep a personal record of what's going on here. Everybody has to have their own memories of what's going on. Like I said, we're still coming up Ogden. We're making our way a little bit closer we just crossed over Roosevelt, but now we are on our way to, what is this one? Ooh, this one there's a triple intersection, Dave. No. Yes, thank you guys for everybody who's watching and telling us to, stay safe, stay hydrated. You know what I mean? We encourage everybody who's out here to stay hydrated as well. It's a warmer day than normal for what's going on with our protests and stuff, so we're doing our best to stay good and everything like that. So, like I said, we're just coming up here. And taking a thing. Yeah, we can go. Let's go do that. All right, we're gonna do that. You want to go around here? still interaction with the caravan as well, as you guys can see. We're gonna take a quick little break over there. James needs to use the bathroom. So while we take care of that, make sure we're all good. I'm gonna give me a little bit of water. We'll just keep giving you shots of what's going on here. I'm gonna go keep getting shots and then you just come up, all right?
Stay right there.
All right.
The bathroom is closed. I gotta hold it. They wouldn't let me piss.
It's okay. So, and as you can see, to give you guys a recap of what's going on here, this side of the protest that we are at, this is our caravan that's on the back here, making its way behind the protest. They've had in front of us, we have police officers who at first were trying to slow people down, create a lot of separation. They're still actually trying to create separation between what's going on with these protests and everything. We sort of took up a little spot right here to record and things like that because, I mean, you can kind of see it. These cops really just kind of do what they want. You know what I'm saying? Look, they, even now they're doing more stuff, so we got to keep this stuff on camera. Okay, cool. Huh?
We're right next to the largest dispensary in Chicago right now.
Okay, cool. They we keep. You said you want to see if you can get in there to use the. All right, we're still trying to find James a bathroom while we handle all of this stuff. That's important. Keep a shot on. Keep a camera on the actual police if you don't mind, because we want to make sure that they can be seen doing what they're doing. At the moment, there is a protest in front of me here. Hold on a second.
Occupying one of the largest intersections there is right now. Western and Ogden.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry, I thought I lost the feed for a second. We did not lose the feed. If you guys hear sound or anything change, let us know. It just switched over. My phone switched over, so I thought we lost the feed. But just wanted to make sure you guys kept the shots of what's going on here. We've made our way to Ogden and Western. Very busy street here in Chicago. You know, to my left here is the medical cannabis dispensary. To my right, you see a Goodyear. As you can see, cars are kind of blocked on both sides from going through. They can't go through because, you know, we are right here. And I'm gonna mask up here because we're getting closer into the group now. Yes.
Oh, medical cannabis.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, right
the biggest
there.
dispensary in the city.
What?
Yeah, that's why it looks like a fort. Look at that thing. No, they said no windows at all, man. They said concrete. They're like, we ready for anything.
They have no problems
Nah,
with COVID.
not at all.
Ain't no raid in that place.
Not at all. They probably stood in there and watched like, dang, that guy sucks with everybody else. Anyway, we are now here near the back part of the demonstration. You guys are getting the shots of us walking up forward. We're still on Ogden.
No, we're on 13th now.
Oh, this is 13th. Yeah, those triple intersections always throw me off. So now we're on 13th. And we're going towards this bridge, this overpass right here. We're going to go up under this overpass. You think we should get in the front by the time the overpass so we can see them come in, right? So we're going to come around the sides here and try to get up to the front of what's going on. Excuse us. Danny Lime is on the move, guys. Here we go. Danny Lime is running. Danny Lime's on the move. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. All right. Danny Lime is rushing. We got the lime shuffle. We're doing the lime shuffle. All right. So we've gotten a little closer to the front here, as you can see. We're going to get close to this intersection that is right here at Campbell and 13th, and they're going to come underneath this overpass. These are always some really good shots to have. Because, do you want?
These guys will let me take a piss real quick.
Huh? You let it take a piss? All right, go. Ladies and gentlemen, our producer is using the bathroom. We all, out here just trying to make sure we all stay safe, stay hydrated, and use the bathroom when we can too. That's very important. So what you're looking at here is just our protesters beginning to make their way 13th Street. And what I want to beg you a point is look at the gap. This is the gap that the police purposely tried to make with our protesters and the caravan of cars. And they're still trying to do it. I would like to point out they are still doing what they can to move slowly and keep these protesters. This is all one protest, guys. This is all one protest. This is all the same group of people, and they're trying to keep them all divided and things like that. So that's why you have people out here, people recording still, keeping their cameras on them, because we need to have these cameras on the situation. All right, people need to see what they're doing, and see how everything works and stuff. So we are. But you can see on these cars, man, you have very good messages. Some cars say healthcare is a human right. You have people who are pointing out that CPS makes 4 times as much than college counselors, people that work, to try to help students and people, just be healthy and stay educated. You know what I mean? They have drastically less resources than people who don't, man. And it's a shame. It's a shame. So what you're seeing here is the tail end of this line right here. Most of the party has moved their way underneath the overpass, and they're starting to go inside, to pass through. Right in front of me here, you saw one police officer just drive by. This is the very back of everything that's going on. And I'm just saying, this is just a number. Look, this is 1, 2, I've counted 1, 2, 3, 4 cars. Look at this red car. This is red car. What do you need that one for? What you need that one for? You just like the shade better? These are all police. What you need all these cars for, bro? This is nuts. It's nuts. That's my question. It's like a burgundy. Look at that. This guy's serious. This sounds serious. It's got like a burgundy. Here you go. You can go, James.
Let's go, baby.
Let's do it. All right.
I'm a brand new man.
Check our feet. Hold on.
Go the mic.
Go for it. As you can see, we have run and made our way caught up to where the protesters are. We are underneath this overpass here, trying to get as close as we can to the front of this demonstration. All right. Danny Lime needs to stop smoking some cigarettes. Danny Lime needs to slow down. All right. Danny Lime had to slow down because I do still smoke cigarettes. I got to stop that. All right. Danny Lime does not make all the best health choices. I'm working on it. I am working on it. I am. It's okay. I'm not perfect. All right. Just bringing you that news. That's all. Ooh. All right. I'm definitely gonna need to step out on the edge and mask down, because that's a new type of workout right there. That is a new, bro. Woo! That's a new type of workout right there. Running with the mask on. Now you talk about sweat. That's some sweat right up there, right all in your face. Woo, okay. So we are walking up towards the front of what's going on here. As you can see, this is a community that tries to remember its own. Good, you want a shot of this right here? This community that sort of commemorates its own here. Has somebody, Hector Avalos, as in 2013. Want to get a shot of that. Make sure we pay homage to him, and since they paid memoriam to him in their community. So I am here on the sides of this protest. I just came all the way out here because I ran a lot. Dandelion ran a lot. So just need to slow it down a little bit. Get my cardio up. Maybe I'll ask Rodescu. I probably should just start working out with Rodescu. I think so. Y'all let me know. Y'all send a message out or something. Tell me, find me a gym. Help Dandelion get swole. You know what I mean?
We'll get you there, baby.
Yeah, Dandelion trying to get swole, baby. You know what I'm saying? Dandelion need to get in shape because I can't keep running 15 steps and this beer. So we're gonna tune in. All right.
Sound tired. Sound tired, man.
It is a hot day, James. It's a hotter day than normal, but I got to commend these people for still being out here, man. Because I know I feel what they feel. I've taken my opportunities to drink my water and stuff, and I know there are people that have not in this group. Most of the ones we've seen have had people on the sides giving out water, giving out little snacks and stuff for protesters. We have not had too much of that here. But you always got to come stocked up, prepared, and everything that we take care. We should have. I really brought more. I wish I would have brought more water bottles, man. So we got to give them out to people, that type of stuff. Let me figure that out. But we're still out here. Right now, we've gotten our way up to Ogden and Tallman right here. To my left, right here is the MC Bethlehem MB Church, which is stable in the community. Looks like they're celebrating a graduation over there too, which is pretty cool, man. You know, celebrate the people in your community. You know what I mean? And their achievements and that type of stuff. So, taking up a little spot right here on this fence here while we watch our protesters sort of make their way up the street. Give you guys a chance to see how these people are working.
Justice! Now!
Yeah. Justice! And we're still marching here, as you can see. We're getting closer now to, what does that say? Wasteman?
We're almost at Douglas Park again.
Oh, Douglas Park. Okay, there you go. So we've almost made Douglas Park, which is where our other protest took us a few weeks ago, if you remember. The one, yes. Pastor Phil Jackson led that one. Wonder how Pastor Phil's doing today.
Best pastor from 1989.
Exactly, man. Exactly, man. 6 baptisms, undefeated, baby. You know what I'm saying? I got you. I'm gonna cross this fence here, right here, and then we just let this let them move through. Oh, you're wondering where we are? Like I said, we are on right now Ogden. We're making our way north to up Ogden. We're actually getting close to Douglas Park. For those of you watching, this is a march that is being supported by Black Lives Matter Chicago and Teachers Union, the medical community, and everything like that, who are looking to defund the police, and bring the resources back into the communities that need it. Bring it back into medicine, bring it back into education, bring it back into, building our community for the future, and not just try to tear it down with all the extra, all the extra bells and whistles that the police get, because they don't need all that stuff, bro. Like, they just don't. They don't need all that stuff. I was talking to the man while you were in the bathroom, James. I was just talking about why they got the red trucks. What do they do? I was like, come on, dude. Like, what you need? You just need different colors, man. I was like, that's it. Come on, these ain't sneakers, dude. All right, these are people you trying to protect. You need to calm down with all that flexing, bro. Who'd thought the police would be trying to flex on people? It was ridiculous. Yeah. All right, here we go. As a kid, we've gotten out here. To our left right there, as you can see, is the Siegel Outpatient Center. All right, so we're actually making our way past the medical campus. This is Mount Sinai. This is everybody in here, a lot of medical students, a lot of people who work hard, spend a lot of money to try and, help take care of people and everything like that. And then they work their way into a system that they realize is very under-resourced, you know what I'm saying? And it's just not fair, you know what I mean? It's hard, just as hard on the people who are looking for the care as the people who are trying to give the care. And we don't like that. We don't like to see that at all. We want these people to have everything that they've been asked and that type of stuff. So as we make our way past the Mount Sinai, as we make our way up the campus and everything like that, you can see that people are, occupying both sides of the streets. We're getting very close. Douglas Park is right in front of me, as you can see that whole area. So we're like right here, you know what I mean? We are, again, in the heart of the medical community, a community that has also felt the strain of having, the police and law enforcement bear down on what they need to do simply because they don't have the money, you know what I mean, given to them by, our same government, you know what I mean? We need to find a little bit more accountability. We need these resources spread out a little bit more. And we need people who are out here fighting for that type of stuff. This is what is very important. This is how democracy works. This is how America moves forward with things like this, you know what I'm saying? So it's our First Amendment, it's our God-given right. So that's why we're out here doing it. So Danny Lime is right here among the people, bringing it to you. If you can't be out here, that's perfectly okay. We understand that people can't be out here. People can't be out on these streets, and you guys can't fight the fight, you know what I mean, with us. You know what I mean? We understand the risk that we are taking in order to bring this news to you, man, and we're working very hard to do everything we can to stay as safe as possible and keep everything legit. But we need this fight to happen. We need this fight to be seen. We need you guys watching, supporting, and continuing to have your discussions and continuing to push this message forward, man. It's helping so many people. It's going to help so many people if we can just get these communities on board, all right, to fight the evil, fight the hatred, you know what I mean, and just fight, the unfairness, you know what I mean? We got to fight back on that. It's just time. It's time for us to do so. So as this happens, we are going to keep going here. I think they're going to slow down in front of Mount Sinai a little bit. We have a lot more cars up here as far as police goes. I think they're redirecting traffic, trying to make sure they don't get in our way as we go, man. Hopefully, I wonder if we're congregating in the park. That's actually, a good question. I wish I could ask them that. But here we go. Our protesters have sort of gained some more energy here. I think it's that breeze, man. I think it was that breeze. We kind of got through a hot point, you know what I mean? You can see the energy is back. You can see people are back here, we're fighting for it as long as they stay together and everything like that. Again, to my left, you have Mount Sinai, the medical center, all right? A lot of people, this is something they were talking about too, man. I mean, if you just take a shot of the facilities and just sort of look what they have to work with, you know what I mean?
They got window air conditioning.
Yeah, you know what I mean? This is our medical system, you know what I mean? These are people that are trying to take care of the sick, you know what I mean? And this is the stuff that they have, you know what I mean, at their disposal. Meanwhile, I have saw 16 cars, I have counted right now, 16 cars that say police on it. That is not counting all the other shades that I saw around this protest. Of definitely, how many people are here? What? Maybe a couple hundred?
A couple hundred.
I'd say, maybe 100. If that, maybe a couple hundred. You know what I'm saying? It's more. I mean, yeah. Even when we were at the 30,000 March one, you didn't see it like this. It's just, it's nuts. It's nuts, man. That's why they don't need that. That's why they don't need all this money. All right, so I see a tent right here, as you can see. So we may be taking up shop here in a second. We got a Black Lives Matter tent and everything. So that's quite a possibility. All right. All right. Yeah. We can go up here. We can go up to this corner right here. Because they're gonna actually, he told us they're turning onto the street here. It looks like they're gonna come close to the park. So we're gonna take this position here on the sidewalk. Everybody comes around. They're coming into the park, so yeah. So we will be right here as they make their way in. As you can see, they are making their way into Douglas Park. You know what I mean? Hopefully we can get some people to join the protest. Maybe he'll join, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we get my man here to join the protest. Hey man, that's right. Black Lives Matter, brother. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. You know what it is? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate you. Hey man, look, you know what I mean? He knows what's up, you know what I mean? He knows what's good. Anyway, we're moving our way into Douglas Park now. Our protesters now are going to, looks like they're going to occupy space. Maybe we're finding our stopping point, and that might be pretty cool. Here we are in the jungle of Douglas Park. As you can see, our protesters have found a place under the trees. Oh, man. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, I know. This is fun for me. Welcome to Jumanji. Just beyond these trees here, you'll see our protest. But no, as you can see, we have congregated. They are taking up a position here at Douglas Park. It looks like this is where we may have some more speakers, some more people who are here trying to talk about the injustice and everything that's going on. So we are going to move closer and try to see where the talking is and everything like that. But it's a perfect time to get some water if you need it, James. Anything, you're good? No? All right, cool. We're going to move in so you guys can see what's going on. Good? Oh, yeah. All right, once again, ladies and gentlemen, we have stopped here in Douglas Park. We're about to hear some speakers.
Hi, friends! If everyone can hear me, that is amazing and awesome. Everyone looks like they're good friends, having a great time, but we also look a little bit close together. If you can spread your arms out and touch people you don't know or didn't come with, you might be too close. Let's try to give each other space, please. And thank you.
Power on. Bluetooth pairing.
If you're one of our speakers, please come toward the sound of my voice.
Susan?
If you are Susan,
There we go.
there you are. Before we begin, I want to take a second to address what happened during our march. I know that was probably confusing and stressful for y'all. It was confusing and stressful for us too. We had a lead car caravan driver whose car was at a complete stop before they were struck by a police vehicle. The car was significantly damaged by the police vehicle. It's important to remember that while our police are supposed to be protecting our communities, they're also doing significant amounts of damage in our communities. Today, we saw that happen in the most literal sense. We're happy to report that no bodies were injured. The humans who joined us are safe because of the awesome effort and organization of our marshals, and because people here know how to keep their heads and know better than to engage with an incompetent police force. take a second to reclaim our moment from that shitty situation and remind us why we're all here. The Cook County health system, which we watch past and are near now, is planning to defund, that is, take money away from current nursing positions inside and outside of the hospitals that we've walked past. Meanwhile, the sheriff's budget and the CPD budget are the highest they've ever been. We want to take 1 second to acknowledge the frustration that causes, and we're going to get on with our speakers. Do you have anything you'd like to say?
Hi, my name is Hopkins. I'm from Black Lives Matter Chicago. Y'all can probably hear me yelling at police in the background because they don't know how to drive. If y'all weren't able to catch what happened earlier, one of the organizers of the event was leading the car caravan and another cop hit her car. Fucked up the front, y'all. The bumper has moved. They hit her car, and guess what? That cop still has a job. Still has a job. If I were to mess up on my job like that, guess where I would be at home without one? That's right. But yes, they get to kill people. They get to beat people. They get to accidentally overuse force. And they get to go back to work and do it again tomorrow. All of these people over here, we had to remind 2 of them to put masks on. Mr. Messick, M-E-S-S-E-C-K, still wouldn't put his on because he's a whole ass mess. Villanueva, V-I-L-L-A-N-U-E-V-A, put his on after, and it was a Blue Lives Matter flag mask with a Punisher. A Punisher skull. That's some incel type shit. That's some I never get laid and so I kill people instead type shit. And Mr. Chen still wouldn't put his mask on. He just scowled at me like he was somebody, but he ain't nobody. He's a cop. These are not the people who protect us. We are giving them $1.8 billion to not be able to drive, to not wear masks, to kill people, to shoot people, to throw them into death traps. And yet, how much money are we giving to our hospitals?
Not enough.
Not enough.
Not enough.
It's not even a third of 1.8 billion, is it? It is absolutely not. That's a whole mess. We are next to a hospital that has always had problems with funding, always had problems taking care of the people in this neighborhood, cannot get the funding that they need. And yet, you got cops out here who can't even drive. That's not right. They need to lose their jobs. That money should go into protecting our people. That money should not go to people with guns who think that they can redeem whatever bullshit they dealt with in their high school years. I'm not here to heal bullies. I'm here to lead a fucking revolution. I need y'all to remind them and everybody else out there today, if you hear somebody say Blue Lives Matter, if you see one of those stupid flags, if you see one of those thin blue line anything, I need y'all to remember, blue ain't a race. I woke up black, I will go to bed black. When I take off my clothes, I'm still black. I can't take this shit off. You can take off a fucking suit. You are blue, and blue lives don't fucking matter because I don't support a costume. Everybody that came out here today, I recognize faces. I know most of y'all have been out here every day, and that is fantastic. But there is more work that has to be done. That is not just in these streets. That is not just in these parks. It's in rooms. It is in rooms figuring out what the fuck do we do after we defund the police? How do we get that money into the places that it needs to be? This is the shit we need to figure out. This is cool. This is great. This is important. But it goes further than this. It goes further. There are tons of organizations that are on the list of this protest today. y'all reach out to one and figure out how you can join. Because if more of y'all are helping plan rallies and actions like this, we get more people out. We get more education. We build more power. And we are not going to win this fight unless we build power. We're not going to win until we what? Until we what? Until we what? So if you're not a part of an organization, what are you going to do today? Join an organization. And how do you find the ones that were a part of this rally? Yeah, talk to each other or on the Facebook page, on the Instagrams, wherever. Y'all need to find your movement home, and you need to find one today, because if we don't find our movement homes and we don't get this movement going faster and harder, then guess what? They get the power. And as soon as all this happens, everybody that's been leading this shit, we're going down.
No, not gonna let it.
We can't let that happen, because this movement needs to keep going. This revolution needs to continue past us. So we want to defund the police, and if we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
I said if we don't get it,
Shut it down. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. We're gonna have a few speakers. Thank you, Ariel. Thank you, Black Lives Matter Chicago. We're gonna have a few speakers here. Again, my name is Dennis. I'm a member of National Nurses United as well as Chicago Teachers Union. We're in the park. The reason we stopped in this park is because this is the park where Rekia Boyd took a bullet in the head by an off-duty cop and then later died from that wound. And the police officer was charged with a bullshit charge and was never acquitted, and he's still collecting a pension. He's not in jail. It's not right.
Robert Rialmo.
That's right. So Rekia Boyd, say her name.
Rekia Boyd.
Say her name.
Rekia Boyd.
Say her name.
Rekia Boyd.
In this hospital over here, Mount Sinai, that was my first job out of nursing school, was at Mount Sinai. And that place was so broke, they would ask people who worked there to donate towards it. And that's a shame that in this community in North Lawndale, which needs health care, that the hospital that serves this community has to ask their own employees for a few dollars every paycheck. That's not right. Hospitals should not have to be begging for money in the third largest city in the richest country that has ever existed. It's not right. And it's not right that the healthcare inequities have a racist tinge to it. As other speakers said earlier, we know about the racism that exists in how healthcare is distributed. So I'm going to let the program start. First speaker we have is from the amazing organization, Physicians for National Health Plan. We have Dr. Susan Rogers. She is the president of PNHP, and she's here to share her thoughts with us. Thank you, Susan.
This is great to see all these people out here protesting and working towards trying to get equity in this country on all levels. In 1979, I came to Cook County Hospital as an intern in internal medicine. When I got there in 79, the hospital was ill-equipped. We didn't even have lab service 24/7. It was a mess. The inequities were abysmal. I recently retired the end of last December. And you know what the inequities were? They were still there. They were actually worse than when I came in 1979. Do you understand that? They were worse.
That ain't right.
And it wasn't because I was a worse doctor. I was a better doctor. I was able to do more with less. But we need to change that. We cannot continue these inequities because, damn it, Black Lives Matter.
Yes,
And just like when schools were segregated in 1954 with the Supreme Court decision, they still are segregated. So even after we achieve equality, after we achieve equity, the work is just starting to make sure it stays that way. Just winning the battle does not win the war. And we have a war to fight. So power to us, power to the people. Black Lives Matter.
Thank you, Susan. Susan Rogers, the Physicians for National Health Fund. Our next speaker is going to be from the amazing organization, Black Youth Project 100. We have the president, Jeremy Taylor, coming here to give some thoughts to us. Thank you.
Appreciate it. How y'all doing today? So we're going to do story time right quick. Story time. 4 friends, after a long, hard day, decide, hey, let's go get something to eat. As they're sitting together, they place their orders. The server comes out. The server comes out with 3 meals. The server passes out the food and says to the 4th person, give me 10 minutes and I'll have some fresh food for you. So the person without food says, I am so hungry. The one of the people with the food, you know, with a French fry says, we're all hungry. The 4th person with no food says, but you have a plate sitting in front of you. That's the situation that's taking place right now. We don't have a plate. Everyone else around us has a plate and is able to get substance, or they're able to get be able to be fed. We don't have a plate. And just recently, they allowed us to sit at the table. What's going on right now is we want to see defunding so we can be able to have a plate at the same time as everyone else. We want it that I get fired up thinking about this and just everything that takes place, because it's crazy for us not to have a plate. It's crazy for black and brown people not to have a plate with everything that has already gone on. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous if you think about it. To tell someone you have to wait to get your plate. We are tired of waiting. We are tired of just standing there and being told, hey, you have to wait patiently and something good is going to happen. You'll be able to get your sustenance. You'll be able to get your resources. You'll be able to get something that can help change your life, but you have to wait. We are tired of waiting. We're about to walk in the kitchen and we're about to get our own plate.
Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Black Youth Project 100. So our next speaker is the president of Service Employees International Union Local 73. This is an amazing union. It represents workers from all across this city, a lot of healthcare workers, including some people here at Mount Sinai. So please give a warm welcome to Diane Palmer, president of SEIU 73.
Good afternoon. Thank you all so very much for being out here. I am so glad to be in the company of all of you. As some of you might know, I'm new to Chicago. I've been here, it's going on 5 years, and one of your elected leaders said to me last week, I should be careful of the company I keep. And so I'm taking that person at their word. I believe that I'm in good company today. I feel like I'm wondering if it's too much for me to ask for a better life for my children, for my 3 sons and my grandchildren. Is it too much to ask that we get quality, affordable health care? Is it too much to ask for us to get clean air and a decent place to live? Is that too much? So what I'm going to say to you today is that whenever I'm in the company of folks that are trying to stop healthcare disparities, whenever I'm in the company of people that want to defund or divest the police, whenever I'm in the company of people that think that Black lives matter, that think that my life matters, and the lives of my children and friends and all the Black people I know, that their lives matter. Is it too much to ask that I be able to walk down the streets in America, a country that I was born into, a country where I pay taxes, a country where I'm trying to have a better life? Is it too much to ask? So I say I'm always in good company when I'm amongst friends, when I'm amongst people that have like thoughts. And so what I'm going to say to that elected leader and the police is that you got to figure out where you stand. Whose side are you on? Are you for the people or are you against the people? So I stand with all of you. I stand with Teamsters. I stand with NNU. I stand with all the unions that are working toward having us have a better life. I stand with you. My local stands with you. 30,000 strong, we stand with you, and we believe we're in good company.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Diane Palmer from SAU 73. And just to say, it's so amazing, this coalition that has come together to pull this event off. We have abolitionist organizations, we have trade unions, we have healthcare justice organizations, we have healthcare workers, we have Democratic Socialists of America. We have so many people coming together because we have a common cause. We want to fund our communities and defund the police. That's what we're here to do today. So I want to thank everybody. So our final speaker for this program is from the amazing organization Good Kids Mad City. You guys heard of Good Kids Mad City, right? They're doing something every day. They're fighting every day, been fighting, and they're going to keep on fighting. Here we got Alicia Camilla from Good Kids Mad City. Welcome her.
How y'all feeling? I said, how y'all feeling? All right, y'all. It's been a long week. We've been out protesting, marching every single day for, think about a month straight. So shout out to all of us who's been out in these streets every single day, marching, signing petitions, getting funds out to people who are disenfranchised. My name is Alicia Camille. I'm from the organization Good Kids Mad City. We are a youth-led Black and Brown gun violence prevention organization. We do funding, resources, community building on the south and west sides of Chicago. And we are also an organization that is here for the defunding of the Chicago Police Department. We are also an organization that's here for abolishing police, period. We are an organization that is here for the abolishment of all racist structural factors put in place to keep disenfranchised people disenfranchised. I'm here. I'm from the Auburn Gresham neighborhood, which at a time was in the top 4 neighborhoods for most COVID cases. We're in a city where over 70% of deaths were Black people in the city of Chicago. Where at the same time, Lori Lightfoot gives a $1.8 billion budget to the Chicago Police Department. That ain't right. That ain't right. Where at the same time, CPD gets $4 million every single day. Where at the same time, CPD still has their $33 million contract with CPS. I have friends who have to travel all throughout the city just to get a COVID test. I have family who is scared to go to the hospital, period, because of the racist structural factors put in place into the medical field. I have a dad who's an essential worker who told me he is scared to get tested because of previous health conditions he has, and now he fears for his life whenever he goes to work. Because the city, because this country cares more about rich white people than the Black and brown essential workers who keep this country alive. Because this city cares more about police officers who kill, brutalize, rape, sexually assault us every single day than the teachers and students in this city. I graduated from Kenwood Academy. I have other people in this organization from King, from other schools on the south and west sides of Chicago, and we see it every day what non-funded schools look like. We see every day to walk down the street, to go to school, to be in our halls, and see a police officer staring us down. We know what it's like to go home and fear about not seeing our friends anymore. Police officers in this city get away with too much. Police officers in this city don't have any accountability. Our mayor doesn't have any accountability. That ain't right. That ain't right. $33 million to keep police officers in schools. I go to school to learn. I go to school to get a better education. I go to school to meet friends, to have connections with teachers and mentors. I do not go to school to be killed. I do not go to school to be targeted. There's no reason that there are kids, 30 plus kids in one classroom. There is no reason that there are kids who are sharing outdated textbooks. There are no reason that people cannot have their own laptops at school. There are no reasons that music, sports, and other arts are canceled out of schools. There are no reasons that people cannot afford to go to school. People cannot afford to eat breakfast. People have to worry about going to school and not getting free lunch. While CPD is getting a $1.8 billion budget. While CPD has $4 million in their pocket every single day. We are here to march. We are here to walk. We are here to protest, to defund the Chicago Police Department. We are here in these streets every day, every afternoon, every morning, every night, until they finally listen to us. Because they didn't listen to us yesterday. They didn't listen to us the day before. Because when they made that vote to keep CPD in schools, they did not hear or see the youth, the students, and the teachers out protesting every single week before that vote. They did not see the action outside of Lori Lightfoot's house the night before they made that vote. To know that we do not feel safe with police in our schools. We do not feel safe with police around, period. Y'all can make some noise. Y'all can make some noise. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be divided. While we are here together, as we march together, as we protest together, they see the connection between everybody. They see different groups of people coming together to fight for the same cause. They see different groups of people, different oppression, different struggles coming together to fight the common enemy. Once they see us together, once they see that we cannot be separated, once they know that we will not back down, they're going to have to listen sooner or later. They're going to have to listen sooner or later. Until they listen, until they hear us out, until they hear our demands, we're not going to stop marching. We're not going to stop protesting. We're not going to stop signing petitions. We're not going to stop going outside of these elected officials' houses. We're not going to stop doing any of this stuff until they listen to us. I want to thank everybody for coming out. I want to thank the people that organized this all. I want to thank every organizer in this space, every person who's not an organizer that came out to support, pass out water, pass out food, whatever that is. I want to thank everybody in this space because we cannot do this separated. Once they see the numbers, once they see the different groups coming together, they know that they cannot break us apart, and this fight is going to keep going. I love y'all. I love y'all. I want everyone to be safe. Whatever venture we go off on, whatever next protest or action there is, I want us to be safe, to be protected, to be healed, and to heal and love on each other. I'm going to say something before I walk off. When I say power to the people, y'all say right on. Power to the people? Right on! Power to the people? Right on! Power to the people? Right on! Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Good Kids Mount City, Alicia. Good Kids Mount City, thank you. Thank you everybody for coming out. As all the speakers have said, the problems that we are protesting, the things that we're fighting for did not start just yesterday. They have been in this city for decades, if not centuries. We have a long-term struggle ahead of us, and as other people said, you need to join the struggle if you haven't already done so and recruit other people. There are resources in the city that exist to heal the communities that have been damaged and underinvested for so many decades. They were able to find $1.3 billion in tax cuts for Sterling Bay to build Lincoln Yards in the so-called blighted community of the North Side. That's not right. There's money in the city, but we're going to have to force the decision makers to put the money where it belongs. This is going to be a long-term struggle, but we can win because we are many. We are many, we are powerful, we are unions, we are abolitionists, we are workers, we are fighters. We will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. Everybody, stay in touch, stay contacted, get home safely. If you need help getting home safely, ask one of us and we'll help you, okay? Have a good afternoon, have a good weekend. Stay strong, everybody.
Oh, yes. So, we have made our way. Did you get your water, man? You good? All right, cool. All right, so as you can see, we've made our way to the conclusion of this demonstration, guys. We got all the way to Douglas Park. It's not much more I could say, man. You know what I mean? It all speaks for itself. You guys know exactly what brings people out here.
You want to try and talk to some of the organizers?
I mean, we can do it. We can.
They're all over there.
Man. Wait, we got who's? They're everywhere, really. To be honest. Can we? Yeah. Any organizers or anything you want to talk to? These guys right here? Yes. Yeah. Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hi. Do you mind if we interview for our channel? Is that okay?
Sure.
Cool. Just so you know, we're People Comedy Network. We're just like a local comedy channel normally, but we decided to cover protests starting back at May 30th. So we've actually been out every day covering stuff for like that the news won't get. You know what I mean? Like just so you meet the people.
Right.
And I just wanted to like talk to you, I guess, if you didn't mind. My name is Dwayne. I call myself Danny Lime. My name is Dwayne. That's just for the comedy stuff.
Got it.
You know?
Okay. I'm Dennis. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Dennis. Nice to meet you. Just tell us about what's going on here. You were probably one of the organizers of this event, right?
Yeah. So I'm a registered nurse. I've been a nurse for 13 years in this city. I worked most of the time at county in their emergency room, and now I work in this public schools.
Okay.
And so I pulled this together because we need to fight against the chronic injustices that have existed in this city, the inequities, the racist inequities, the underfunding of community hospitals, of clinics. As speakers have said, that we've had disproportionate deaths of African Americans due to coronavirus. Obviously, the way that they spend money in police, it hurts communities, especially people of color, especially black people in this city. And we want to take those funds away from bodies that hurt people, from organizations that hurt people like the police department, like the jails, like the incarceration system, and put it towards healing, put it towards mental health clinics, COVID testing, more health clinics, more access to health care, safe places to play for children, healthy foods for people to be able to buy, good paying jobs that they can afford to provide for their families. Those are the kind of things that we want to fight for. And so that's why we brought together unions, abolitionist organizations, social justice, health justice organizations to do this action. This is, in my view, this is at the beginning of something.
Yeah, it really is, and it's something we haven't seen before. Like that's like worldwide and everything.
Right.
And it was something you guys were speaking on because we were walking by that building. I said how that building looked like it was so right here. Oh, it's over here. I'm sorry. I'm turning around.
Right.
Now Sinai. So I'm talking about how this building looks like it's been so unattended to.
Yeah, I used to work there.
You used to work there. Yeah. So I don't know if you wanted to speak on that. How you could see all the bells and whistles these police have for this small group.
Absolutely.
But, we're right in front of something.
No, Sinai has been serving the community of North Lawndale for so long, and they need more resources. When I worked there, it was my first job out of nursing school, and it was a rough place because they just didn't have enough pay to keep people working there. They didn't have enough services to meet the needs of the patients. And to me, it just showed that this city does not care about the people of North Lawndale like they need to. They would even ask employees to donate parts of our check back to them to fund the hospital. It was like, wait a minute, I come to work, right?
Yeah, exactly. You spent all this money to get the degree.
Right, and you already pay us less in other places, so whatever. So, but that's a shame that you have to be begging your workers to keep your doors open when they shouldn't. Healthcare should be right. This is the richest country in the history of humanity. This is the third largest city. We spend more in this country than any other country on healthcare and have some of the worst outcomes, especially for black and brown people. Black women are 4 times as likely to die during childbirth. And that's been true. Black babies are 3 to 4 times as likely to die after birth. That is outrageous. These are horrible crimes that should be national emergencies. Like, how do we fix these problems? But instead, they always got money for police. They don't have money to fix the racist inequities that have existed for so long.
Do you think there's a solution in socialized medicine?
Absolutely. We need a single payer healthcare. That's what every other country has. This is the only dumbass country where it's all about making money rather than meeting people's needs. So we spend more and get less. It's like you go to McDonald's and spend $10 on a hamburger and they give you 1/8 of a burger. It's not right.
That they've been chewing on and everything.
It don't make any sense.
Well, thank you so much, Dennis. It is Dennis, right? Tell us your name and where people can find you.
Dennis. My name is Dennis. I work in the public schools. I got a Twitter handle at Dennis_Kosuth, Kosuth. If people want to follow me on Twitter, but
yes, please follow him, man. This man knows what he's talking about and everything, and we appreciate everything you've done here. All that stuff, man. Again, we're just gonna, like I said, we want to keep covering this stuff, so we appreciate you. Yes, can I ask? Can I speak to you guys? Oh, she's in a conversation. I don't want to jump in. All right, we're trying to go talk to the organizer.
Yeah, hi. How are you?
Hi.
We're just tell you about us. We're the People of Comedy Network. All right, we're just a local comedy channel, but we're covering protests because the news doesn't. That's basically
Very true.
Yeah. So,
Very true.
but we obviously saw your speech. We know you were a good kid, Mad City. It was very compelling. Can you just tell us about yourself for the people watching?
Cool. So my name is Alicia Camille. I'm with Good Kids Mad City. It's a youth-led Black and Brown organization, gun violence prevention organization. We're centered in Chicago, but we have different chapters forming in Baltimore, Florida. We do programming for Black and Brown communities on the South and West sides. We give resources. We've been doing this open mic every Saturday. We did this thing where we opened up a closed gym, and we have this thing called GKMC Hoops. So we opened up a gym for people to come play basketball in. Really cool. When the mayoral race was going on, we were doing voter registration workshops, getting people registered to vote. So we just provide a lot of programming. We also are all alum or current students of CPS schools. So defunding the police and getting CPD out of CPS is a very prominent issue for us because we face police brutality every single day. We see it, targeting every single day, and we just know that there's so much money in the city that should be going to students and that should be going to teachers, and it's not going. CPD is getting a $1.8 billion contract. They're getting $4 million a day. They're getting a $33 million contract with CPS, and there's food deserts in the South and West sides. There's shut down schools in the South and West sides. Our last mayor said that he needed to save money in the city, so he shut down over 50 plus schools. But that same year, the next year after that, there's a $1.8 billion contract for CPD. So it's kind of like we're here protesting for defunding the police, but also for the overall abolishment of the police department, period, because we know that as long as police are present, there's no way Black and brown people can be safe just because of the inherent racist and violent background that they have. So we as an org have been protesting, leading marches, doing workshops, teaching abolitionist workshops, teaching workshops around what defunding the police and reinvesting into communities look like. So that's been our work for the past 3 weeks. We've been around for about 2 years. Our origins stem out of the Parkland incident, just to refocus the conversation around gun violence being, it should be a national public health issue when it's everywhere and not just for mass shootings, because mass shootings happen in Chicago every single day. Just, I want to say Father's Day weekend, it was about 104 people were shot, and that made it on like Twitter. And like nothing past that. And you see other places when mass shootings happen, as tragic, as horrible as it is, it's this big deal. People talk about like gun control and what we need to do to fix the problem, but when violence is happening in Chicago, it's an intercommunal issue, it's a Black on Black crime, like issues aren't targeted. So we're a group that's working to remove that language and remove the stigma around violence towards Black and brown people, and that's just what we do as a group. That's pretty much like the spill of Good Kids Mad City, what I do as an organizer. So yeah.
We like that, and we're gonna we want to put your information on our page too, so people can see it.
Yes, actually tomorrow there's gonna be another CPD out of CPS action that's gonna have the info right here.
You can, please give that to us because we can always.
Okay, bet.
Everything.
Let me see. So we're doing it to pretty much like a continuous strand of actions to revoke the vote that they just did, saying that they are going to keep CPD in their schools and keep the $33 million contract.
How long does that contract last?
I'm not sure. We have to look at the details for stuff, but we do know, I think it's like a renewal every few years or every year. I might have to look about that because it's been in action for about like 2-3 years now, I want to think. Actually, I think when Lori got in, she implemented that. So that's something that we're working to get rid of. So it's going to be outside of the Jackson Red and Bloom Light Station, and we plan on just marching around and doing actions around that. So that's the next upcoming action.
Cool. Well, we'll keep an eye out on that and get details. See, maybe Danny Line was trying to get in there. That's the name of my character. It's a character. I was like, But thank you so much. Tell us your name again. Just your organization again.
Alicia Camille, and I'm with Good Kids Mad City.
Twitter, Instagram.
My Twitter is at Camille Alicia, so Kamil Alicia AOYCIAA. The GKMC Twitter is GKMC18, and then the Instagram is also GKMC18, and then my Instagram is Alicia AOYCIA.km. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you. All right.
Thank you.
Corona, I'm trying to. Some people want a handshake. Some people want. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Who else should we talk to before leaving?
Aria, dude.
Huh?
We gotta get Aria.
Aria, she's right across over there.
Oh, she's over there. Oh yeah, she's right in the middle. Oh man, she got a cigarette too. Maybe I can join her with a cigarette. Hold on a second. Maybe I can join her. I'm gonna give me one. Can we? No. All right. She's here and speaking. in here having a conversation. We want to get everybody's favorite protester from today, if you don't mind. Yes. Let them speak, though, because I don't want to jump in their conversation, but I would like the opportunity to speak and everything. But they're working hard. That time is coming. Yes.
That they can listen and get educated. And that way, next time we do more stuff, they can get more active involved. That's one of the things.
Excuse me. Do you mind if we interview you for our thing? Is that okay?
I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Sorry, man. Thank you. Sorry. We were filming you today. Just so you know, we're People of Comedy Network. Yes, please. You can go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes. Yes.
No, it's okay. I need me one too. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you. Anyway, so we've People of Comedy Network. We're a comedy network. We've been filming these protests. We've been to a few of them, actually. I think we saw you at another one.
Probably.
At Union Park. That police truck. We have that. We filmed that with the police truck.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh yeah. So we knew you was about that action. But anyway, I just wanted to. My name is Dwayne, and I just wanted to ask you about what brought you here. Things that you want to say about the organization. Tell us about yourself, how you partner with everything. Just tell your piece.
My name is Ariel Atkins. I am a lead organizer of Black Lives Matter Chicago. Right now, as we have from the beginning, we've been saying we have to get rid of these police. We have to defund these police. As Dennis brought up earlier, this was the park that Rakia Boyd was killed in by Officer Robert Rialmo, or Detective Robert Rialmo, who shot her from his car while he was off duty. And he got away with it because of a bullshit charge of manslaughter, which basically says that it was an accident. He didn't mean to do it, but he meant to do it. It was on purpose. And now he's getting a pension for it, for killing somebody and losing his job. So they should not exist. If they can be paid and forgiven for killing us, for beating us, the fact that they even exist, period, when they exist to keep the peace, when what would keep the peace is if people had food, if people had health care, if people had jobs, if people didn't ever have to worry about their housing situations, we would have a lot more peace. We don't need people with guns out in the streets and threatening us for our safety, threatening us into peace. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. And people are out here saying, well, we want reform. We don't want reform. The foundation from the beginning was built on violence. The foundation was built on oppression. When you take that foundation away, you lose the building. You cannot reform it. You can't put tape on it. You got to get rid of it. You got to put money into all the other shit that obviously works and take it from the heel in our thorn, the part that we're putting $1.8 billion into. Nonsense, an absolute mess, a mess.
Well, we appreciate it, and that passion, that stuff is stuff I think that people want to see. That's why we film, have everybody watching and everything like that, because a lot of times you can't be here and see it. We were very keen on getting that interaction with the police officers and the protesters themselves, mostly because you want people to see it, but you also want them to
to see how those
you need the cops to see us filming too, you know what I mean? And that's, I think, something that we wanted, we were appreciating everything that you did. Anything else that you would like to say, your organization, stuff like that for us? If not, hey, I know how it is. Some people don't want to, give too much information.
No, just please, Black Lives Matter Chicago. You can follow us at BLM Shy, BLMCHI on Instagram, on Twitter. We have a Facebook page, Black Lives Matter Chicago. Hit us up if you're looking to join. Hit us up. Otherwise, just follow, donate, support independent media like y'all, and because these are the only people that are going to be telling our stories. This is important. This needs to exist.
No way. One old man way by the hospital with a camera in there. He was like, it's hot.
ABC7 was like, got it.
Got it. Yeah. That's it. Thank you so much. We appreciate you guys. Yeah, please be safe out here. Yes, of course. So I think we have one more organization here. If we can talk to this gentleman, and then I think we will get on with organizers. Excuse me. I'm sorry. We'll speak to them in just a moment. We'll get that, and after that, I believe we can go ahead and wrap up our procedure and everything. We got a lot of good coverage for you guys today and everything. Like I said, we bunched. Hi, how are you? Good. Hi, we're with the People of Comedy. We're an independent comedy channel, and we're filming protests to cover what the news won't, basically like that. And you were speaking about your organization, about not having a plate, everything, and we just wanted you to talk to us, let us know, what it's all about. Black
Youth Project 100. My name's Jeremy Tyler. I'm the chapter chairperson for Chicago chapter.
Okay. And your organization is working with this group. What does it do? How do you what do you do to
Well, with the Black Youth Project 100, we actually work through what we call a Black queer feminist lens, mainly meaning that we believe in Black liberation for all folks. So a lot of times people will say the whole thing like Black lives matter. We agree, but it's also saying that Black trans lives matter, Black femme lives matter. So we basically say through the Black queer feminist lens that Black liberation means that everyone is free. So Black trans women get a chance to live lives. I actually had a conversation recently with a young lady from the south side of Chicago, a Black trans woman, who said it blew her mind to know that at the age of 33, she's only guaranteed to live to see the age of 35 as a Black trans woman. So what we believe as abolitionists, because we are abolitionists, we truly believe that Black liberation has to come through a Black queer feminist lens. We basically take it from we take it further from what Malcolm X said. Remember, Malcolm X said that, hey, the black woman is the black woman is the most marginalized. The black woman goes through this, that, everything. Just to paraphrase what he was saying. We now know, thanks to how evolution has taken place, it's no longer just the black woman, but it's the Black trans woman and it's the Black femme woman. These groups are marginalized. These groups are told that they're not as important. They're told that they're not equal. If you look at what's been going on with Breonna Taylor, it has gotten to the point that there has still not been an arrest, but if you look at everything else that has taken place around it, I mean, now I just saw something on Instagram where it was, do you want to know how to get low cheap flights? Slide this picture, and the moment you slide the picture, it says, first, dial this number. Second, report that the officers who killed Breonna Taylor have not been arrested, and that's where we're at. Because I mean, legit, it's to the point that
people won't listen.
People aren't listening because it's crazy because if Breonna was a white woman, if Breonna was a white woman from Lakeview, everyone would be on.
I'll be everywhere.
It would be everywhere. But because she is because she was a black woman, and if you think about what she was also doing with her life, because she was a black woman in service, trying to, help folks. I mean, EMTs, we're right by a hospital, so we know the importance of EMTs, ambulance workers, all of that. So it makes no sense that a young black woman whose goal in life was, hey, I'm gonna be an EMT, I'm gonna help people, I'm gonna do this, that, and the other. Her life was snuffed out, and nothing's been done about it. And I use that term right there. Her life was snuffed out. It was a case of mistaken identity. They went to the wrong house and they killed this woman. They put her boyfriend in jail because he was defending himself because they went to the wrong house. So that's literally what we have seen in the last year. The case with Botham John. Botham was killed in his own house because she went into the wrong house. So when it comes down to it, we say, like, with us, with BYP 100, we realize the importance of black liberation. It has to be through the black queer feminist lens. So that's understanding that Botham John's life, as angry as we were about Botham John's life, and we demanded that something be done to his killer, we're demanding the same thing for Breonna Taylor, and we're demanding the same thing for the young trans women that we have lost. I was just having a conversation, like I said, with a young trans lady, and we brought up how these murders that are taking place, there's nothing being done about them. Right. You have so many people up in arms over useless bullshit. You have people getting mad because they have to wear a mask. You have people getting mad because, hey, I can't go into the grocery store because they want me to wear a mask. Legit, that's all I'm gonna focus on right now. It's the fact people are mad about a mask, but they're not mad over the fact that a young black woman was killed by the police, and then other young black women who are trans women but still are black women have been killed. The most fucked up thing you could tell someone, and forgive my language, I don't know if if you say it out or what. The most fucked up thing you could tell somebody is this: that all lives matter. If my sister is dead and you all haven't even notified or said anything about the people that killed my sister.
Yeah, you got to say. Thank you. We thank you for your words, man, and for the people watching. I know they appreciate that, and that's the type of message we want seen on this channel, and it's not getting seen on the news either. You know what I mean? That's why. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm sorry. It's just like I was telling we have a few members and everything else out here. I was telling them, I said, what really got me during my speech, what really fucked with my head. You would think we were out here saying we're gonna rob banks, we're gonna kill people, and we're gonna give out drugs.
That's how they treat it, though.
But it's because there's so many police. If you were to turn around right now, right behind you, I can see 5 police cars. Before you all got here, the way the police surrounded and came up around here, you would think that it was like the riots had came back. And not the riots from a few weeks ago, the LA riots. You would have thought they was breaking shit, coming down the street and everything else. What's going on right now is just we're demanding our seat at the table, we're demanding our plates, and we're demanding that they do something for us. You can't sit here, as much as everyone keeps saying this whole thing, all lives matter. That's why I use that as an example. You can't sit there and say all lives matter, because apparently my black life doesn't matter. Brianna's black life didn't matter. Ria's black life didn't matter. Ahmaud Arbery's black life didn't matter. I mean, come on, look at the situation going on around us. We are being disrespected left and right. It's not fair. All we're saying is this: we're coming for our seats at the table, we're coming for our plate, and we're gonna start taking our share. Yeah. And the first thing we're gonna take the money back from CPD, especially since you have an officer who hit somebody in a car today, because guess what? That officer doesn't pay for that person's insurance. Chicago pays for that insurance. Chicago pays for that. It might be a penny per person or whatever the hell it is to get it fixed, but it's still the money that we put in. It's still our tax dollars. So it's not fair. So
thank you so much. Thank you so much. And again, please tell us your name and the name of your organization, man.
My name's Jeremy Tyler. I'm with the Black Youth Project 100, the Chicago chapter. Look us up online. We're at byp100.org. And, you know, in Instagram, we at BYP100 on Instagram. We're BYP100 on Twitter. I'm asking folks, if you get a chance to look this up, look us up for real. Yeah. We're doing things in the city. We're doing things in our community. We're located on the South Side. We're actually going to be doing a food giveaway next week where we will be giving out produce to our neighbors. So we'll be giving out 100 boxes of produce. And it's not just going to be produce. It's going to be oatmeal. It's going to be bread. We want to make sure that places where they're having food deserts know, hey, I can stop by the BYP office on this day and get something to eat and be able to feed the family.
That's good. That's a beautiful thing, man. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for letting us interview you and talking to us and everything.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Oh yes,
People of Comedy.
Yeah.
People of Comedy.
Right on Facebook.
I think it's at People of Comedy Network on Instagram and Facebook.com/People of Comedy.
Yeah, we're everywhere. Like as I say, we are. This is us right here, and we have been streaming live this whole time since we've gotten here, because we like just like you said,
People of Comedy Network.
Yeah. Right there, People of Comedy. You find us. Okay, that's Instagram. You know what I mean? That's us on Facebook. And yeah, we go to as many protests as we can.
Y'all are.
We have the whole interaction. Yes, we have them everywhere, man. We got the interaction with the police. Like that's our thing. Is like there's no news coverage like this on TV. Nothing, just like you said, is being put out there. So that's why we come out here to do that, man. And we got
Michael Jackson told us years ago. They don't really care about us.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know, exactly.
Let's get somebody to put a remix.
And that's Michael Jackson. I mean, you think he was the one person they did care about, right?
That was the one.
Thank you so much, man. But yeah, please find us. We'll be sharing the information. Thank you so much. Yes, awesome, man. All right, here we go. Appreciate you, man. Danny Lyon making more friends out here, baby. I think we have we've exhausted our resources, so we can start making our way back to the car and everything like that.
It's a couple-mile hike.
That's fine.
There's a couple of cops up here too, so I'll go first.
So we'll.
Jeez, this is a workout.
Oh yeah, today's was definitely.
There's McDonald's on the way back.
Yeah, that's true. Today's was definitely very, very informative. Very, it was a hot one. It was a hot one. Once I get outside of the group and everything, I'll go ahead and mask down and all that stuff. But yeah, so I think, as you can see, all the festivities have come to an end, everything like that. Thank you guys again. I'm going to an end, so we are going to make our way back to where we have parked our car and everything like that. The cop car right here. Ooh, that's a new shade of blue. Look at that. Look at that. That's an icy blue, baby. That's the same shade as your phone, James. Yeah. Why y'all got all these shades out here, bro? Look. God damn, dude. Look at that. Cop car. Cop car. Cop car. What is happening, dude? They got the icy blue out on them. They bust these cars out like Jordans, dude. Like, this is nuts. Ooh. Woo. All right. We've got our way out of the group, so I'm gonna mask down a little bit. Man, so we did a lot today. We got a lot of good stuff filmed. We got a lot of good speakers. A lot of interesting events. I will say that, man. We got everything going on with the police, as you can see here, with all the progress that seems like is being made. It seems like it's going better, man. But there is so much more to be done. I don't think I have a lighter on me. Maybe I should have asked. We should have asked. What's her name? Yeah, the protest girl. She's cool, man.
She's a comic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's
I did
a
not know
comic.
that.
I was like,
I
I
don't
knew
know,
that.
okay.
She looked familiar.
I was like, oh, there you go, man. That explains it. She's got a way with words for sure. She knows exactly what she's trying to say. But this was woo, man. It really hit me. That really hit me different. Watching those police fuck with people like that. Did you see any of that?
I caught a little bit of that. I was getting lost up there a little bit, and then I saw the cops. By the time I got back up there, they were trying to push people up, but I missed the initial hit, which I did not know. But I will say, also too, man, shout out to the organizers because they didn't want the crowd to lose the direction and the mission of what we were all trying to accomplish here. So, as much as everyone wanted to kind of crowd around the quote unquote hot spot, everybody also, they kept marching. We came and supported, what I'm saying? We let them know, like, hey, yo, don't be fucking with these people. And then that lady, man, on top of that car, with the flag, like, I was just like, God damn, man. That white lady should have ran for president. I was just like, man, they should have never had Hillary. That chick on the top of a car.
We went up to film her dude, and she was like, I am, I forget whatever her name was, but she was just like, I am such and such, and I work for this place, and these police did this to me. And she was like looking in the camera. I was like,
I was on the side.
Yeah.
I was on the side of the street when I was like, yo, they're interviewing the lady.
Yeah, really, we were right up to her, and then James got right up to her, and I kept the feed going because I needed it. I needed to make sure people could hear this, man. Like that's what I'm saying. Like everybody watching this needs to hear and see what's going on, bro. Now that's another reason why the camera went back there too, because then like you got the camera right there, so now even the cops can't even do nothing. Like look at all these cameras, bro, because you know how they'll get, body cams and stuff. They turn them shits off. Act like the battery that ran out, you know what I'm saying? So that's we were right there, bro. That was crazy stuff, man. And then when she sat on that truck with the flag, I was like, this lady is marching for everybody right now. This is nuts, but ooh wee. This was definitely one of our more challenging protests for sure, man. Yeah. It's like the perfect storm of like heat, and then it would get hot, and then we'd get a breeze. So you saw people were like, you get a second wind and stuff. But this one was, we stopped.
Shout out to all the water people, man. Riding the bikes, man. Making sure everyone stay hydrated. I mean, I took a water bottle.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good.
My shirt off.
Man, I didn't even see the water people. I kept looking for spots to stop so I could get water to like me and James. So then that's why I came back looking for you afterwards, because I was like, shit, Rodescu lost him. I don't know if he got any water. So it was, but that was we really had to stay hydrated for this one, guys. So I will definitely go home and take a long cold shower and lay down and stay in my house for the rest of the day, man. I gotta rest my body so I don't mess around and you know what I mean?
I can't get injured, man. It's the star of the show.
Oh man. Oh, look at this. Ooh, look at they put it in the concrete, baby. I mean, I don't know, man. Some people like that type of stuff, so I don't know if you really want a racist doing that, but I mean, that's good. That's definitely the right energy for what's going on. That's pretty hilarious. Yeah, that's how people be feeling, man. That's how people be feeling. I tell you what, that was definitely, I'm gonna say that was definitely a white person that wrote that one, for sure. that's the type of, those are the type of, what was he doing? Did you see it? He was looking right at me, though. Hey, he recognized the lime bucket, baby. I'm telling you, Danny Lime is stopping the world right now, okay? Got everybody trying to figure out who this guy is. Who is he? I don't know, man. Shout out to everybody watching, everybody that tuned in, everybody that shared, everything like that. Like I said, we appreciate you. We appreciate you just spreading the message, all that stuff. Very important that you do that and that you keep doing it. You know what I mean? Like I said, we're trying to capture what's going on here on the streets. You saw, everything from peaceful to hostile. A little bit of aggressive behavior and stuff. They ripped literally the side of that bumper off. I saw that bumper, dude. They ripped through that shit. And then the dude then the dude was just like, oh, no, it didn't matter. Then he just drove off. Yeah. I was like, dude, they ripped that thing to shreds, bro. So, I mean, that's what's happening out here, and we got all that covered. We're glad that you're watching the People of Comedy, man. If you are watching this and everything like that, please, you can follow us. You can subscribe to us. We're on Instagram. We are also streaming on YouTube and Twitch, and you can share this video out with anybody. Put Danny Lime on everybody's computer, baby. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate all those who have donated already to our efforts, the thing going out here. Everybody who's donated all, equipment. People have, sent us money. People have given us rides out, given us intel on where to find places. You know what I mean? All bit of information that comes from you guys. We really do appreciate that, man, because it helps us get closer to what's really going on. You know what I mean? Like, we almost went to one protest, and then because we got information on another, we ended up finding a better situation. We really do rely on those efforts and that type of stuff. So we thank you guys so much for doing all of that and keeping us out here, bringing you, this real message, man. That's very important to us. So, like I said, if you are watching this, if you would like to become a Lime Wedge, then take the Wedge Pledge, baby. You know what I'm saying? Pledge your time to watching Danny Lime, all right? I need to give me some more water, but I'm gonna sign off right here. Woo! Oh man, t-shirts? Oh yeah. Oh man, we got so much coming with Danny Lime. But I'm gonna sign off right here and get myself some water and everything. We'll get you guys our donation information, and hopefully we'll have you guys back here for our next protest. So, you know what I mean? Hey, you know what time it is. Lime out.
Lime time, baby.
Thank you guys once again for watching. Shout out Demi Joe, who's always in the feed, giving us shares and info and donating. And Manuel Toro Rodriguez signed up for the Patreon last week. Thank you for that. We do appreciate any donations you guys can give. Again, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/peopleofcomedy. Our Venmo, my Venmo, full disclosure, is at Stand Up Stand Up. This is completely and totally self-funded. If you want to donate to Dan Lime himself, at Dwayne-Murphy-1, I think, on Venmo. Dwayne, DWAYNE Murphy-1, the number 1. Oh my God, they're doing a mural up here. Hell yeah. On Venmo, you can take the Wedge Pledge by doing that. Again, I'm at Stand Up Stand Up and patreon.com/peopleofcomedy. This is fucking sick, dude. Hell yeah.
Really cool,
Hell yeah, dude. You never know what you're going to see when you tune into People of Comedy. We will see you guys next time. Be safe. Stay in these streets. Change is coming. That's real. Yeah. Probably not. But yeah, we're going to sign out. See you guys next time.